Natsivar Brunt toss.
He-
Right.
That was
Yeah.
a great start to the show. But hello and welcome to Rev Sports. Tonight, the sixth match of the Women's Premier League will be played between Mumbai Indians and UP Warriors at the Chinnaswamy Stadium in Bangalore. We've seen the Mumbai Indians, defending champions Mumbai Indians, taking on this tournament on a roll. They have played two matches so far and have won both. On the other hand, UP Warriors have lost the two matches that they have played. I am Gargi Raut, and joining me today for this conversation is Ishan Shahane, Shubhayan Chakravarti, who gave a great start, and Trisha Ghoshal. Uh, but Trisha, I'd like to start with you first. You know, Elisa Healy, there was a lot being said about her captaincy last season as well. But this time around, what do you expect out of her?
Definitely not good captaincy, because that is not her piece of cake. That is something that she can't do. See, again, I know a lot of people might think that I have a problem with Hilly, but that's not the case. Some people are not meant to be captains. Captaincy is not that easy, right? So I don't think captaincy comes naturally to Hilly. Maybe 1 year, 2 years down the line, because she is captaining the national side as well, she might get better at it, but she's definitely not very good at it. And that is clearly seen in a lot of strategies, because I think she's a more reactive captain, and in T20 games especially, you need proactive captains, who read the situation and just quickly make the changes. So as a batter also, she's under more pressure, I think, as a captain, because she was always inconsistent, but not this inconsistent. She has not been performing for Australia or UP. That is another cause of concern, I would say.
Shubhayan, you wanted to speak about Natalie, Natalie Sivar. Why don't you?
I think Nat Silver came out to the toss instead of Herman.
Yes,
Okay,
yes,
that's
yes. Natsivar.
okay.
That's
Sorry, go ahead.
where you click the live button. Anyway, Natsivar Brunt came for the toss, and UP Warriors have won the toss and have opted to field first. So bit of an
Now
advantage
UP
there.
might be on the scoreboard. Today UP might be on the scoreboard.
Exactly, exactly. We have seen Dew playing a part. So this is a good toss to win. Although I think I don't know what has happened to this Chinnaswamy pitch. It is holding a bit. Maybe due to Ranji Trophy matches, due to state level matches being played there. Maybe the pitches have tired out. It is the fag end of the season. Ranji have ended. The main rounds have ended. Only semi-finals and finals are remaining. So I think this is due to the reason that World Cup matches, after that Ranji matches, so the pitch have worn out a bit. So that's why it is holding a bit. And if the pitch holds a bit, UP Warriors fielding first, I think it might assist their spinners. They're a very spin heavy attack. I am yet to know the playing 11, but very spin heavy attack. So it might help UP Warriors today.
And with back-to-back matches being played, I think that's also playing a part in,
Yeah, of
because
course, of course.
obviously you don't get time to maintain the pitch as much as you do in the off season. But
Right.
Ishan, yesterday also in last night's match we saw Sophie Molyneux, the left arm orthodox bowler, getting most of the wickets. So this is anything unlike Chinnaswamy pitch that we usually
Yes, Kal.
see. Yeah,
Yes, I think
talk.
Shubhan is bang on there, Gagi. I think a lot of cricket has been played recently, which has sort of slowed down and dried up the pitch, which is making it even harder to get runs. So I think spinners will definitely get the advantage in a pitch like this. It's very unlikely, you don't see this often in the Chinnaswamy Stadium. It's pretty strange. So I think Shubhan has mentioned the right point here. Normally the scores are, post 180, 190, and now we're noticing scores which are well below average as well, to be honest. So I think the pitch definitely has dried down a bit, and I think the spinners in the game, I think they'll be the key factor for sure. So I think if the GG team has a very strong spin-driven lineup, I think they'll truly be benefited.
Yes, and
I like the way Ishan said Gigi, but Gigi has played yesterday. It's UP. We want Gigi to play every day and hope they win, but no, today
Yes.
it's Ishan.
And Trisha, you're seeing one of the reasons why I believe Mumbai Indians has been so successful is the fact that they have a very power-packed all-rounders. We've seen them perform all the time. And if we're looking at the last couple of matches, Amelia Kerr has been a standout performer. Talk about her.
Absolutely. I think Amelia Kerr had caught everyone's eye when she scored a 200 and picked up 5 wickets. in the same match. And ever since, she has not looked back really. Like, she has been fantastic. Also, I think one advantage sort of that Amelia has is she's never under pressure, and I'll tell you why. Because when you have a Nat Brandt, when you have a Harmanpreet Kaur, when you have a Ailey Matthews, people are actually not talking about you at all. You know, they are
Hmm.
busy talking about these people. You are coming, you are doing your job. Because even in
Yes.
the match against Gigi, if you actually see, Harman was trying to hold one end because the other end wickets were
Hmm.
falling. That is, and nobody was able to really break the shackles as such. But that is
Mhm.
where Amelia Kerr came in, and suddenly she broke the shackles. She started playing her shots, and Gigi did not have enough runs to defend and put them in
Hmm.
that back, like, put them in back foot, which became extremely important. So I think what I've seen is Amelia Kerr is a very good player of spin, but she's an equally good player of pace, especially the
Hmm.
slow pace, because in India it's the slow pace, right?
Hmm.
So she's a full-on package whose performances I do think goes unnoticed, because last day also, I think Harmanpreet, who got the player of the match? Did Harmanpreet get it? Uh,
Amelia.
okay, Amelia got it. So fair enough. But in general, people don't talk about her really when she's coming out to bat. I think she's that impact player, And Mumbai, as you said,
No, we cannot. Anyways, moving on to Shubhayan now, till Trisha
Hmm.
fixes her. Yastika Bhatia, we saw that first match innings from her, very important knock from her. She's also a very, very young, talented player. Are you excited to see her throughout this tournament? Because if she does well in WPL, it could mean bright things for the Indian team as well.
Of course, I think Yastika, especially being a left-hander, brings a different element to a game. Plus, wicket keeper, she's decent behind the stumps as well. But one aspect which I've always wanted Yastika to improve is her power hitting. She has that natural. If you look at her, you will see a naturally built athlete. But
Hmm.
if you look at her and compare it with her natural power, it doesn't match. It is a complete mismatch. So I hopefully during this WPL we have seen it with many men's cricketer how they have improved their power hitting during the IPL because many coaches from foreign also come in and they bring a different dimension, different mindset, different dynamics to their training drills. So I think if Yastika can pick up something from overseas players, the trainers also. Maybe practice a bit of a golf swing like the power hitters do, then she can very well improve her game. But so far, it has been a very good start for Yastika, and hopefully she will continue because it augurs well for the Indian team as well. But talking about the playing 11 of Mumbai Indians, even Shabnim Ismail is missing today's match. So Isi Wong comes into the
some
playing 11,
he
and apart
got
from that,
ribs. Sorry.
Oh, yes, right. Shabnam got injured.
Yes.
Haley Matthews and Isi Wong have come in.
Haley
Wow.
Matthews.
Uh,
Haley Matthews.
Mumbai Indians.
Yeah, Haley Matthews was there last match.
Oh, she was playing. I think I'm getting mistaken. Someone has come in. I have to check the
No, no,
playing
you're
11 again.
come in place of Shabnim. Who has come in place of
Huh.
Harman?
I have to check the playing 11. I have not got the entire playing 11 as of now.
Because that must be an Indian. Because your four
Yeah.
foreigners would be Haley Matthews, Nat Brandt, Amelia Kerr, and Isi Wong.
Did Humaira Kaizi played in the last match?
No, so
No.
Kaisi
Kaiser.
So
comes
yeah,
in place
Kaizi
of.
comes in. Kaizi comes in. Yeah.
Yeah,
But Trisha, you were saying something
yeah.
when
I
you
was
got
saying,
disconnected.
yeah. I was talking about Yastika
Amelia.
only. No.
Okay.
Amelia Kerr, we finished.
Okay.
I was talking about. I just wanted to add a point. Last match when Yastika was batting, or
Mhm.
rather in the last few matches that I've seen, what has improved with Yastika is she's finding the gaps more. Yastika is not a power hitter. Yastika is no Richa.
Yeah.
And as Shubhan said, she can add that dimension, but she's never going to be Richa.
Yeah.
Everybody has their own strong points. But the problem with Yastika was that she was hitting good shots to the fielders, which is a huge problem with Smriti. You know, she hits the good shots, but straight to the fielders, and that doesn't help anyone.
Wow.
But last match, I saw a lot of good shots. She was either using her wrist or just, you know, turning the again. I mean, I would say mostly using her wrist to find that gap. And once you start finding those gaps, because she is playing as an opener, if you can beat the inner ring, it's a boundary, which automatically then the pressure of the strike rate doesn't come on you. And even when you are not a power hitter as such, you are doing the job. So I think that dimension now that she has added, the only dimension for her should be a release shot, which is what Shubhan was talking about. You know.
And now that Richa Ghosh is doing so well, of course, when we talk about the Indian team scenario, she'll always have very tough competition when it comes to power hitting, and that's what you look for in a wicket keeping batter.
I don't even think that it's Yastika versus Richa, if you honestly ask
No
me,
way.
because
No way.
Richa at number three. I mean, ideally for me, Richa is not a number three batter, but let's say she'll be at number three or a finisher. She's never going to the opener spot. So I think
Yeah.
Yastika is more with the Jemimas. I mean, again, I know Jemima doesn't open, but I think she should, to be very honest. But she'll be there for the opening slot. And that is where there is a slight difficulty, because I think as long as Smriti plays, I don't know if you want to open with two left-handers. I'm not very confident that you would want to do that. You know, so that's another
Yeah.
problem.
Ishan, so far UP Warriors have had two losses last year as well. They didn't get the desired results. But what do you think is going wrong at the time? Why? Where is the team?
I think, yes, Gagi. I think again it comes down to team combination and not working together as a unit. They have a reasonably very good captain, but somehow it's just not clicking. As a team, you want to come together and work as a unit, which isn't happening. If you've seen the teams who have done well, they've either gotten wickets at regular intervals or they've built good partnerships. The GG team has done none of that up till now. So I think the bowlers or the batsmen, one of the batswomen, sorry, the batters have to deliver. So I think it comes down to that. And if they do that, I feel they'll be a much better side because there is quality in this team. But you can't just have quality and not bring it out on the given day. So I think they have to find a way where the whole unit comes together. And I think the players have to, I think complement each other as well. So often, if there's someone who has more experience, there should be a way where the more experienced player can guide a fairly younger, newer gen player. So I think if they manage doing that, it's endless possibilities. But at the moment, the team hasn't come together, which has caused a few issues.
And Shubha, and since
Uh,
Harmanpreet Kaur
can I
is not, yeah, yeah,
Yadisha,
go
can
ahead.
Yadisha.
I add a small point? I wanted to just add a small thing. I think UP Warriors and Gujarat Giants players both are having one simple issue. The execution has been poorest.
Yes.
Yesterday, Lee Tahuhu bowling to Smriti Mandana. Yes, a lot of people are saying that Gardner should have been there. I don't mind even if you go to Tahuhu because she's one of the best bowlers in the world.
Yes.
But you are feeding short balls to Smriti. That's her favorite shot. Again,
Hmm.
fair enough. Then have a fielder. That's what I'm saying. This is poor
Yeah.
execution of the utmost level. You are bowling short balls to a player who loves playing the pull, and you don't have a cover there. So what are you exactly aiming at? Like, what are your bowling plans? I'm sure that these are not your bowling plans. Then of course Gardner not bowling. So what I'm trying to say is to add one more point. I think the execution from both these teams have been just ridiculous. The teams
Yes.
have moved. The teams have Healy. The teams have McGrath, Harris, Ash Gardner. She just won Belinda Clark medal. So you can't say that the teams are not good enough.
Hmm.
Yeah.
It's definitely the execution which has been extremely, extremely poor.
And since we're on the topic of UP Warriors, Shweta Sehrawat, the young batter from India, has been an incredible revelation for both franchise and Indian cricket as well. Under 19 World Cup, we saw her performing brilliantly, emerging Asia Cup as well. And now we've seen her back to back in the two matches that UP Warriors have played perform brilliantly. What is it that stands out about her in this day and age?
I think if you have to ask me about Shweta Sehrawat, the cushion of Talia Megra and Grace Harris around her, and also some was to an extent Kiran Navgire also has provided her that cushion to accelerate, deaccelerate, or play her natural game. Shweta Sherawat, again, like Yastik or other Jemima, she's a very Jemima moldish player. She's not a power hitter. She tries to find the gap, good rotation of strike. And that this is the thing I like about Shweta is that she's a very good strike rotator. Unlike other Indian batters, other domestic batters who tend to get bogged down at crease and not look to rotate the strike that much. So credit to Shweta Sherawat, her coaches as well, that they have focused on strike rotation, knowing that power hitting is not her strength. And of course, that cushion of having Grace Harris and Talia Megra around her, of course, gives that extra cushion. Okay, I have two players, I have three players actually who can smash sixes for fun if they get going. And that is why I think she is excelling. I still feel that she should bat top of the order, not down the order. But so far it has been good. But as I said, I would really want to see her bat in the top three. But because due to Vrinda Dinesh's inclusion, they have to change the combination of their batting unit.
And Trisha, now that Harmanpreet Kaur is not there, even though Mumbai Indians have been successful so far in this tournament, you've seen only 3 to 4 batters score. Rest of the batting lineup is getting out in single digits. And now with Harmanpreet Kaur not there, their biggest run getter till now in
So
the
far, yeah.
tournament, how does this change things for Mumbai Indians?
Yeah, I think there is something called when it goes wrong, it goes wrong. Today Shabnam is not there. Today Harman is not there, and today they have lost the toss as well. So, but yeah, I think even the Gujarat match we saw, they were 5 wickets down, and Harman kind of um, took them out of that situation against what the first match was against Delhi.
Delhi,
Against
yeah.
Delhi also, they were quite in a distressful situation. From that, Harman got them out. I think they are going to miss Harman the batter more than Harman the leader, to be honest, because Harman is fantastic in home conditions, and somehow if someone can just quickly whisper in her ear that what, it's a T20 franchise cricket, she just goes boom, boom, boom. So I think she was in complete control in both the matches, and they are definitely gonna miss Harman because Haley Matthews is not striking well. What
Mhm.
had worked for them last year was Matthews was in top form. She's
Yes.
not in top form yet. So that way, a lot now starts to depend. Like in today's lineup, it's straight up is you get Natsiver, you get Amelia Kerr, and you have put them in complete pressure. So I think UP should actually keep this in mind. And when they're thinking of putting up a target, they should have that in mind that we should not have to go for a flashy 180 and get 100. Instead of that, let's go for a 140 because you have a Nat Silver and Amelia Kerr who might chase it, who might still chase it. But you just have two batters in form, and that way it's pretty difficult. I think Harmanpreet Kaur not being there weakens the Mumbai lineup quite a bit.
And Ishan, play starts in a few minutes. Who are you looking forward to watching the most tonight? Anyone
Um,
particular?
I think Pooja Vastrkar, I've always been a fan of her bowling, and I think she is express. So I think she's someone that all of us can keep an eye out for because I think she holds the key as well. If they want to restrict the Gujarat Giants, she's someone who gets those early wickets and is extremely lethal early on with the new ball. So I think Pooja Vastrkar for sure.
Yes, and who do you predict will win tonight?
That's a controversial question that you keep
No,
asking,
it's
but
not controversial. It's predictions.
yes, I'll go
You
with.
both have to tell how many runs will be made in the first innings. So
I
let's
think
see.
Mumbai Indians might win this again. I have a feeling. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
the amount of runs I can't really say, but Mumbai Indians.
Shubha and
Ishan is
you go now.
diplomatic. We don't like Ishan. Ishan is
No, no, no.
diplomatic.
We want
Ishan is
opinion.
Mumbaikar. He can't go against Mumbai. He's a
Yes.
typical Mumbaikar. He won't go.
That's true. We didn't pick
Uh,
that earlier. We should have.
Yeah.
We
And
wouldn't
what
have
is
picked
the
that.
prediction? Ishan being from Mumbai is not the prediction. That is.
I think UP Warriors will do better tonight and win this one. This will if they If they really want to push themselves, then no better team than Mumbai Indians. And I'm looking forward to watch Isi Wong in action.
And how many runs do Mumbai Indians post on the scoreboard?
अरे बाप रे बाप, ये तो
So you can even say
I think
randomly, okay, and we'll just check.
I
160
think
to
I
win.
think no, I think 150ish, 150ish.
Okay.
151.
Tisha?
These guys
No.
are way too much leeway. You're forgetting this time round Mumbai is batting first, and batting first is
Yeah.
not.
Yeah.
Nat
I
150ish, that just because of Nat Silverbrand.
Yeah, I think 125 to 130. That's what Mumbai is getting, and UP is definitely winning.
Okay. And should I also?
Yeah, yes, of
Yeah,
course, of
okay,
course.
what makes
I
you don't?
okay. Mumbai Indians put 122 on the scoreboard, and they win.
Oh, and the
Nice.
win. Oh
Yes.
wow! Oh wow!
Pooja Vatrikar.
but
You might get
but
some wickets there.
by the way, the number of matches that Mumbai have lost have all been batting
Well,
first.
oh no. See if
Oh,
that changes tonight. Let's see. I think it will.
Okay, let's see.
Chalo, well, that wraps up our conversation. Play starts in just a few minutes, so we'll be taking our leave now, and we'll be back at the end of the show, end of the match with all the updates. So stay tuned to Ref Sports.